welcome to
Hi, Bonnie.
Sweden.
Thank you.
So nice to see
So
you.
where do I come?
No, here. You
All
can
right.
stand here. Today.
Here our
So great to see you.
This is not my outfit.
Are you sure? But you look great anyway.
Oh, thank you.
Okay,
Believe in me.
we do, Bonnie.
Believe in Me is the song.
Yeah.
Bonnie, you can watch these. Let these people take photos of you, and
Bonnie,
they will
please
have
watch me,
the possibility to take more photos afterwards.
Bonnie.
You know, I grew up with
Bonnie,
Total Eclipse of My Heart. It was
Yeah,
the
singing
soundtrack.
it with a hairbrush in the mirror, yeah?
Yeah, and it was like the soundtrack of my broken heart during my whole life.
Bonnie.
Hey, maybe you would like, yes.
Believe in me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please.
Oh, can you sing the
Right.
total eclipse?
What do you want?
Total eclipse of my heart. Yes.
All right, only if you sing the turnarounds. 1, 2, 3.
Turn around.
Every now and then I get a little bit lonely and you're never coming round.
Turn around.
Every now and then I get a little bit tired listening to the sound of my tears. Every now and then I get a little bit nervous that the best of the years gone by. That's enough.
Fantastic. How come you decided to represent your country in the Eurovision Song Contest?
Right, well, it was, I'll tell you what happened. Last year I recorded a new album in Nashville. They're all completely brand new songs. And, you know, my album was finished by the end of last year, so we put little bits of each song on a CD and took it to radio stations to see if they liked the album, you know, to see what they thought could be the first single or whatever. But somebody thought, wow, this song, Believe in Me, could be the song for the Eurovision. So they asked me, would I do it? And I was very happy to do it, but the only thing is, it meant that my album couldn't come out until this month, instead of last October, you know. But it's worth waiting for. It's written by Desmond Child, who writes with John Bon Jovi and Steven Tyler, and he's written hundreds of hit records. So it's by a world-class songwriter, you know. And when we told him it was going to be in the Eurovision, of course he's very happy about it.
And what kind of reactions did you have in UK when you decided?
Very positive, very positive. But the only thing is, as you know, we usually come last but one or something. So I need everybody's votes, please. You know, because it's hard for the UK to get votes, but we have got a good song. So if the song is anything to go by, we deserve some good points at least.
Wow.
But the thing is, you know, I look at it this way. If we do a good, you know, presentation of the song, and you know, and I can be happy with the performance, then I can at least hold my head up, you know, and think, well, you know, we did our best. But hopefully my loyal fans will vote for the UK, you know. We have to wait and see.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And tell us, I mean, you had a problem with your voice back in the 80s, and you were supposed not to speak for 6 weeks.
Can you imagine me not speaking for 6 weeks?
Exactly, that was my question. Did you manage to keep quiet? No, you didn't.
That's why. I'll tell you what happened.
That's why you have that great voice.
Well, it became more husky after the operation than before the operation. But when I went into the studio, because my first hit record was Lost in France, and it was quite sweet. But when I went in and I sang, It's a Heartache, they said, oh my God, something's happened. But they liked it, so.
It sounds great, very characteristic. So, I mean, being an artist and with so many fans around the world, how do you prepare? Do you have some kind of a magic ritual before entering the stage?
I'll say a little prayer. And
You do? What kind of prayer?
Please God, let me do a good performance, at least, you know. And that's all I can ask for, because there's a lot of good competition out there. I might be experienced, but you know, there's new great singers and good songs in this competition. The best I've heard from any Eurovision, to be honest.
Oh, yeah?
So I will say a little prayer, and I'll be asking my mother and father to be there for me, although they're gone, but they'll be here in spirit, I'm sure.
Yeah. Great. And do you have other favorites from this year? Other songs that you
Yeah,
like?
well, like everybody else, we seem to prefer the Danish song.
We have some
It's
Danish
great.
supporters
It's
here.
really good. But there are, I like the Russian, I like the Norwegian one is good this year too.
And what is your first Eurovision memory?
My first Eurovision memory, well, when I was a resident singer in a club many years ago, before I had my own hit records, I used to sing a song that Spain won with, and it was Come On May. I think it was Come On May. I love that song. But of course, amazing. And Bucks Fizz were good, but I'm not ripping any skirts off. And also, Save Your Kisses for Me from the British Energy, you know, with the Brotherhood of Man. Yeah.
And what about Sweden? Have you been here? Have you been here many times before? And what's your impression?
Yeah, well, of course, you know, the best ever Eurovision was Waterloo with ABBA. Oh, amazing, amazing. In fact, I was in Germany the other day and they asked me to unveil the statues of ABBA in Madame Tussauds. And that was an honor. I felt like, oh, they look so real, you know. It was great. Yeah. But no, I've been to Sweden many times. I do live shows with my band.
Yeah.
And, you know, hopefully I'll be back, touring with my new album, Rocks and Honey.
Before I thank you, I would like to ask, in 2 weeks you have your birthday.
Oh, yeah.
And how will you celebrate that?
I'm working. I'm doing a gig. Where am I doing the show? Germany. I'll be on stage, which is a great time. I love being on stage with my band, you know. We rock.
You will rock.
We rock.
Okay, so thank you so much, Bonnie
Thank
Tyler.
you
We are
all.
very happy to have you here. Good luck. Good luck.
Please vote for Bonnie Tyler.
So
Somebody's got to.
now you have the possibility to take photos of Bonnie Tyler at the photo corner over there. Yeah. Even better photos over there. And also ask your own questions. Thank you.
You too?